Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. We started with live cards. We went to icons and heroes. After that, it was fully customizable Glory Hunters cards, and now we're in the Phenoms promo. But today, we culminate everything inside of the World Cup slew of promos that we have had in the last month and a half with Summer Stars, a team of the tournament-based promo where it's all the big names, all the big players from the World Cup in the game today. And that includes SBCs. Guys, this SBC that is leaked might be the biggest SBC since Team of the Year. We've had a lot of cards that have dropped since then, but this is for one of the biggest players in the world. He had a great World Cup, and it is an end game looking card. There's just a lot of excitement around this one. Now, we're going to talk about everything that's coming today with this Summer Stars promo because it's not just one SBC and a team of players and packs. There's evos that are going to be coming. There's objectives that are going to be coming for two new live event game modes today, a tournament and a live event. That live event looks like it might be the best place to be farming evos. We'll talk about that. And of course, it's a Friday, so that means we have the Footies token store refreshing. We'll be on week 2 trying to get another set of 1,000 tokens, but we'll also have some new rewards, including 3 new players and 3 new evos, as well as our champs token store, which will be refreshing as well with some new packs and some new players. We got leaks, we got everything. And we got to talk a little bit about the market today as well. Let's discuss everything. If you're excited for a promo Friday and the culmination of the World Cup promo inside of FC26, drop a thumbs up in the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now, we'll cover yesterday's Thursday content really quick because if you're in needs for some last-minute tokens before the Footies token reset today at content, they dropped 100 more yesterday with this National Pride Estival that was released. Not only do you get 100 tokens from this, but you get the Estival card, an 88x5 and 500 SP with some other good player picks inside of here. There was actually some Brazilian Premier League players like Gabriel Jesus and a few others that went to like 10K on the market yesterday because to get this done the quickest, you need 6 Premier League players and 6 Brazilian players in the same team. I got it done in the penalty shootout mode, which is expiring today. Shout out to that mode for being such a fun place to play in the last week, but it is going away. So if you need to get some of that objective done, or maybe just try to get this mode done before it expires today, that's just one more shout for that. But that was the objective content yesterday inside of the seasonal tab. I guess also we have the refresh of the weekly objectives, the daily objectives, and of course your manager and player career objectives to level up in the season pass. I've seen some tweets of people that are in the high 20s in terms of their level. I'm chilling at level 8, ready for that good evo that's at level, I think a good evo's at level 9, and then there's a couple of good evos at like level 13 or level 14. So we're slowly leveling up through the season pass, but there was more SP dropped yesterday. Now in evolutions, we had a chain evo, I'm going to call it, but it's not really a chain evo when it boosts your overall +2. It's a max 93 twice repeatable prime prospect evolution that really gives the biggest boost to the dribbling stat. Bit of a shooting boost as well, as you can see there. Most of the players that I looked at in my club that actually fit this just don't quite get a boost that seems good enough to be put into this for the +2 overall boost that you get and not going to 4 playstyle pluses. And I mean, going to 95 rated is just, I mean, that's not it for a card like this Charlton. I'd rather keep him at a 93, wait for a bigger and better evo that gives a 4th playstyle plus, and it does not take him to 95 rated. So for the right card, I think that could be usable, but for most of us, probably just not quite good enough. We would expect big evos because Fridays always give us big evos. Now, yesterday's SBC content did bring us some interesting stuff with a showdown for the World Cup 3rd place game between France and England. The game that nobody wants to play in does get a showdown. We've got Mike Maignan and Kwanzaa. Both of these cards have interesting playstyle pluses. I mean, Maignan has none of the 3 best playstyle pluses that you would like for a goalkeeper, and Kwanzaa has Anticipate Plus, but Pinged and Tiki Taka for a right back, center back card is a little bit interesting. Now, of course, they're live, so whoever ends up winning this game will get a +2 overall and the 4th playstyle plus, so those are there. Also, yesterday we had the final Phenoms SBC for the Ivory Coast center attacking mid Inyao Ulai. Pretty cheap card and easy to get done if you want that item. But maybe the coolest SBC yesterday is the Festival of Football semi-final star performer Lautaro Martinez. He's got one base play style, which is precision header plus. And you know what? I respect that because he scored a header goal that Messi delivered on a platter with his right foot. But it's so much nicer that this is a base play style and not a play style plus. So GG's EA for that. But this is just cool because it gives us kind of some confirmation that we're hopefully getting a star performer card, aka a man of the match, for whoever does win the World Cup final on Sunday. This is also just super cheap. We can only take in with 3 playstyle pluses, right? So maybe that's one negative thing about this card because these star performers are only allowed to go there. But 97 shooting, 93 dribble. If you're trying to use some Argentinians because of what happened in that England game, you're excited because you watched that. You want to link up with Messi, some other Argentine cards. You did the McAllister, right? You have Messi. You want to put a Lautaro in there. Then this is a really nice SBC. It's more so the thought that counts, right? It's just cool to get a card for a player that performed well. There is a thought that crossed my mind yesterday when content came out, like, why didn't we get a Pedro Porro or a Spanish player from the other semifinal game? But hey, I mean, that does give us some hope for maybe the third place game and definitely the World Cup final that we would get a star performer SBC for whoever would perform well and then win in that game. Also, yesterday we had throwback marquee matchups, and that was basically it for the content. Let's just get straight into today then, guys, because that's what we're all looking forward to. Fridays bring the best content on this game, week in and week out, especially during the World Cup here. Fridays have been hitting. The culmination of the World Cup content is today with the Summer Stars promo, like we mentioned, and that Erling Haaland dynamic might be top one of any World Cup card that we have seen so far on this game. And the SBCs are starting with a bang with this promo as well. Like we mentioned, we've got a huge name that is leaked. But first of all, before we look at the leaked team, this leak popped yesterday. Footies is set to come to Ultimate Team next Friday, which is what we were expecting, but just wanted to throw that out there so you can kind of stick that in the back of your mind. Footies is very soon. It is 100% confirmed now. I guess it's leaked, not 100% confirmed. 90-something percent, right? Gotta just take a pinch of salt with some of these leaks as always, but it's pretty much gonna be next Friday is when summer silly season will start on this game, and I really hope, we're gonna talk about this through the next couple of days for sure, I really hope that Footies brings a change to the Playstyles Plus lab and allows us to get players to 4 Playstyle Pluses. I wouldn't mind if that happened today, but I don't think it's going to. I think it's going to happen with Footies. But Footies, next Friday, we will be there. But of course, before then, we've got today. And this is the full Summer Stars promo team that has been leaked. Of course, yesterday we looked at some official stats for some of these cards, but this is a rather large team of players. Look at the long list of items that are coming today. Of course, you've got the Messi, the Kane, the Bellingham, the Mbappe that we took a look at yesterday. A Chouameni card is going to be incoming. And Upamecano is going to be incoming as well. You've got a Brahim Diaz, a Mazraoui, and a Saibari, a Xhaka, Kobel, and Manzambi for Switzerland. You've got 2 Mexican players with Alvarado and Quinones. Wissa is getting a card. Munoz is getting a card. Elijah Just for the game that he had, or a couple games that he had. Bozinha and Dini, another Cape Verde player, are getting cards as well as Orlando Gill, who I actually used yesterday in the Gauntlet, his star performer card there. So there are some very, very fun names in this. I think right away, a lot of people look at this team as well and they say, wait, there's some names that are missing. Like some people thought CR7 should have been in this. Oyarzabal was definitely a shout for this sort of promo for how he's been scoring for Spain. Trossard for his goals for Belgium, for sure. That was worth a shout. Hakimi maybe could have been in. And I'm also sitting here as an American player thinking, I mean, 2 Mexico players in here, 1 Canadian player. At least the host nation should get 1. I think the USA played good enough for a Malik Tillman to get a card, but he's got 1 in this current promo, so that's probably why they didn't go for it. Otherwise than that, I think this is a really, really solid promo team. Now, again, here's the stats of some of the big names. Mbappe's 98 rated. The finesse, the low driven, the quick step, the technical. Jude Bellingham's card looks unbelievable. Harry Kane's card looks like it needs to be in my starting 11 right now. Like, yeah, this is a sick promo team. These cards can't be easy to pack, but I hope just because it's the end of the World Cup and since it is July 17th, I hope that they are, right? I hope these are more packable than the Phenoms cards because I didn't see a whole lot of crazy pulls this week from Phenoms. Sure, I heard of a few Lamine Yamals, Endricks, Dues, and Barcolas, but not that many. And there just wasn't as much hype for this team of Phenoms as there was for the Glory Hunters before this. Now, of course, the Glory Hunters were fully customizable, but I think there were some bigger names in that promo and some more excitement surrounding it than what we just had this last week with Phenoms. So the pack weight, as always, will be a big question mark for today with these cards and how expensive they are on the market. Now, speaking of these cards that are coming into packs today, we're going to be getting some players in the token store as well, and we've got some pack code kind of showing us what we might be able to claim with our tokens today. I'm somebody who saved my FUT Champs rewards. I got 11 wins this weekend in Champs, and I saved most of the tokens to open a player pick or a pack today. Now, of course, there's a whole bunch of guaranteed Festival of Football Star Performers and Summer Stars packs that will be in the other parts of the store for opening with coins. There's a Provisions pack in here. Just note that for right now. I don't imagine that they would drop that today. That would probably be later on during the season pass because we're literally in the first week and a half of the new season. So dropping an SP Provisions pack would seem really early in my opinion, but hey, you never know. But this is really what I want to get after. We've got mixed overall Festival Football Summer Stars packs here. 195 plus guaranteed. Mixed overall Summer Stars, 2 guaranteed to be 95 plus. Some more store packs in here. A 10 mixed overall Summer Stars, 395 plus. 11 mixed overall with 196 plus. And then a couple more player picks. You got a 2 of 10 Festival Football Summer Stars player pick. A 1 of 4 player pick with no rating guarantee. You've got a 4 mixed overall, 95 plus on 3 of them, and then a 3 of 5 Summer Stars pick by itself untradeable. The interesting thing that I see when I look at this pack code is I don't see like a really big player pick like we kind of had this last week for the Phenoms promo. Like if I go into the Footies token store, we've got a 95 by 4. There was one of those in there, but we don't have anything like, what is it? Footies tokens. Did I already open some of them? No, I'm thinking of Champs tokens. I'm thinking of the 900 token reward here in the Champs token store. The 4 of 8 95 plus, or the 2 of 7 95 plus. Like what we have in here that are 95 plus is just this one. It's a pack that gives you 4 Festival Football Summer Stars, 3 of them 95 plus, a 2 of 10 player pick that doesn't have any sort of rating guarantee on it. That's a little bit interesting to me. I hope there are some more packs that are added to the code that do have some more specific, but guarantees in terms of the rating. Like the 11 mixed overall Summer Stars pack has 196 plus, and the 10 mixed has 395 or higher. So maybe that 10 mixed will be the way to go with it. But for Phenoms, we had a 12 mixed with 794 plus and 595 or higher. So I'm just not quite sure what I think after seeing that pack code added. It doesn't seem like the rewards that are going to come into the Champs token store and the Footies token store today in terms of opportunities to pack these new cards look that crazy. So if that's what you're after, like kind of what I'm after, if there's a tradable player pick that comes out today with my 900 Champs tokens in that Champs token store, I would love the chance at packing a tradable card from this team, or maybe take an untradeable pack or player pick to try to hit that Harry Kane or that Messi or that Jude Bellingham, right? That would be absolutely insane. So we'll really have to see how that looks when it drops today. But I do want to talk a little bit more about Footies tokens and Champs tokens and the fact that we're going to get new players today. As we talked about yesterday and as we learned last week, they're going to give us 3 new players for Footies tokens that we can redeem today, and they're also going to give us 3 new evolutions. Now, these evos that are in here, as you can see by the expiration timer, are not going to expire. So the 1000 token evo, which is the perfect 10 evolution, and then you've got the 500 token evo, which is the right back evo, I believe. Those are not set to expire today. They are still going to be around, so there's no hurry have to get those done today. There's just going to be 3 new evos that will come out today, along with 3 new players, probably from this Summer Stars promo. And I would imagine there will be 3 new players in Champs rewards as well. James, Leila Olabi, and of course the Tonali were last week's rewards. I took Tonali, so there's only 2 there for me showing, but there should be 3 more added in there as well. So that's going to be a large part of content. Remember, Footies tokens reset at 6 p.m. UK at the content drop, whatever time it is for you. And the Champs tokens, the store and everything refreshes there 1 hour after content when FUT Champs opens up. Now, let's take a look at the SBC content that I've been talking up already at the start of this video. We've had some decent SBC players, like, some good stuff, right? But there's been so many SBCs that I've been skipping, especially in the past couple of weeks, just because there's other player picks that are more fun, or you can create better cards through evolutions, or I've just already got better cards in my team from having some very good luck from packs. I'll be completely honest, right? We've had some really good luck. My team is stacked. I thought this Joshua Kimmich was a good SBC when he was dropped, but I'm not seeing him in like anybody's team. And over the course of the week, I just decided that he wasn't worth my fodder either. But this SBC that's coming today is one of the biggest names in football, and I think he is very worth my fodder, mostly because I haven't used Michael Olise at all this year. He had a really good Team of the Year SBC earlier on that it was super, super expensive, but I think this might be the most memorable SBC that we have had since Team of the Year. Like, I think back to that Sophia Wilson card that we had, and the free Lamine Yamal was inside of it. Guys, remember that? The craziest glitch of FC26 and the craziest EA mistake of the entire year. I think that was maybe the last big marquee, crazy SBC that we had. There was a couple other ones in there, sure, that you could mention, but this one could rival that in terms of hype. I know it's maybe something crazy to say, but it's Michael Olise getting an SBC, and it's got 98 dribbling, 97 pass, and 97 pace after the World Cup that he had, almost scoring. The first thing I think of is him almost scoring that bicycle kick. I think it went off the post, right? That would have been insane, right? Now, this is his official card, allegedly. He's got to be the SBC that is today. Some people look at this and they say, oh, but Nate, this is a terrible card. No finesse, no incisive. It's a 3-play style plus card. Bruh, that is still a great card. He's going to have finesse base. He's going to have incisive base. He's going to be 5-star, 5-star. Hopefully not that expensive, but even if he does require, let's say, 10 squads, I'm there to craft it because that is a unique card who doesn't always get SBCs. Again, I know he had one earlier this year, but like that was expensive back then, and I didn't even do his card then because it was too expensive. But especially with how he's grown in popularity over this part of the year at Bayern, playing well, the whole nonchalant Olise thing that's been going on and all the press that he got for that. And then, of course, him playing really well at the World Cup when France was cooking until they met Spain. I just think this is a really big SBC because it's Olise and because he's always very good in a game. So I will be there for this card. I hope it's not super expensive. I could see it being 10 to 12 to 15 squads. Hopefully it's somewhere less than that. I mean, there's going to be a lot of 90 and 91 rated squads that are a part of that, just because that's where fodder is right now. And it's crazy that I'm about to go look at the cheapest players by rating page in July, but there's probably a shout here today to keep an eye on 89s, 90s, and 90. I mean, wow, 91s are 30,000 coins because of the swaps SBCs, but even like 92 rated cards are all 16,000 coins. Actually, no, don't even mess with 92s. Look at the state of 95s. 95s are 12K. Would these cards go up? There could be a world in which a card like Angulo, a card like Suzuki, Mora, Tillman, Bob, and Aleš Begovic is 95 rated. Rise on the market today, if there's like a 92 or a 93 rated squad inside of Olise, those guys are only 12,000 coins. A lot of us have those players in our club already, but they could go up a little bit as people buy them to finish off squads. I could also see 89s moving up a little bit in value. I think they already are. If you take a look at their 14-day graph, like Kimmich was 900 coins 5 days ago and is kind of up, or was up to 3K on Wednesday, now down to 2K. Since you're going to need a lot of squads probably and a lot of players that are 89 to 90 rated to get that Olise done, maybe you do see 89s go up today, and maybe you do see the 94s and 95s, but I wouldn't say I'd go out and invest in that. That would maybe just be a reactionary thing once we see how this looks when it comes out. But let me know if I'm going crazy here or if you guys are actually excited for this Olise SBC. I don't know if I'm going to run him at cam or right mid, but either way, he is going to be getting into the squad because I just want to use Olise, and that is one of the biggest names in football at the moment. Now, of course, we had the Showdown SBC that was dropped yesterday for the third place game. I think as a part of SBC content today, we're going to get another Showdown because they're giving us 2 days ahead of time to complete them now, which is nice, unlike they did for the semifinals. But what is this player selection, man? I don't know, EA Sports. Grimaldo and Otamendi is the showdown for the World Cup final. When you think of players that are on Spain and Argentina and who EA could use, especially those who haven't got promo cards yet. Otamendi is okay, right? But that Aerial Fortress Plus needed to be Intercept Plus, okay? Grimaldo actually looks pretty good. But I don't know. I think they could have done better with the players here. These are official stats. I think this SBC is going to be released today as well because they're giving us 2 days ahead of time before the final to get that one done. So watch out for that content today. Now, to kind of summarize the rest of SBC content today, what I would be looking out for in most important fashion would be this 93 plus player pick returning and hopefully being better. I think this is going to be a sneaky SBC to watch because as this one gets better, as we get closer and closer to the end of this game, there's going to be a lot of intrigue in getting this done. You're going to have 99 rated PTG cards that are going to end up being inside of this. The UEFA winners, they're still decent, right? Maybe falling a little bit behind the curve now. But the star performers, those are sick. If at some point they add greats of the game, icons or heroes, if they add glory hunters to this, which you could customize the playstyles on, and maybe even if they add phenoms and this promo of summer stars later on down the line, I see this as a really good player pick to do if there's no player SBCs that you're wanting to get done. We'll see how it changes today. If they were to drop the UEFA winners out of that, then it would become a true festival football player pick, and I think that could be really interesting. So it is a bit more expensive, takes 4 squads, 288s and 290s. I could see that coming back today and it being a really good SBC. The 83 plus summer tournament goes away today, and I believe the 85 by 10 Summer Nations refreshes today, so make sure you get involved with that one as it expires. Joan Garcia, which I don't know if I'm going to complete him now. I would complete that if you need a goalkeeper, especially for Gauntlet. That is a really, really good card. So that's kind of the SBC content that I'm really watching out for today. It's the Olise, the Showdown, that new player pick, and probably a new 83 by 10 coming out as well. Now let's talk about evolutions before we take a look at a few more SBC leaks that have been put out there, just to kind of round out the leaks, just in case you want to save your fodder. We're here in evolutions though. Let's talk about that first. On Fridays, we get the expensive evos, right? Last Friday, we had La Masia Spark. It was a max 94. It was 250K. I think I'm skipping this one. Sure, max 94 is pretty sick. The stats on this do go pretty crazy, but it's 250,000 coins in these conditions at this stage of the year in the market. You know, there's probably going to be another big Evo today that is 100, 200,000 coins. Take us to a 96 rated card. Give us 5-star, 5-star, and 4 playstyle pluses. But again, with the way we've seen content go the past few weeks, the SBCs look like they're leveling up. I don't think Evos are going to go too much crazier the last week. I'm thinking another max 94 Evo. Again, like I said, maybe 100 or 200K. Your stats going to 95, 96 in most of the good areas. We'll see. We'll see. Watch out for leaks before content today for that one, but we don't have anything in the news for that right now. Now, I kind of mentioned the other SBCs. Let's talk about those right now. Hey, this is cool at least. We're getting a Zidane grade to the game and a Cruyff grade to the game that are coming as SBCs as well. Now, if you're a big fan of either of these two icons, you might already have Evo versions that are good or comparable. But I don't have an Evo Cruyff that I've been working on. I don't have an Evo Zinedine Zidane. Actually, really haven't used Zidane that much this year after using him a bunch in FC25 with that free card that they gave out. That's a usable card. The pace is maybe a little bit low, but it's Zidane, right? And unless he gets a 99 rated footies card, and same thing for Cruyff, these might be the best icon cards that they end FC26 with. So not a bad idea to be on the lookout for either of those two SBCs if they interest you. The other SBC we have leaked right now is Enzo Fernandez. Those are not official stats, but also could be a very, very good SBC at the moment. So watch out for that one during the Summer Stars promo. And finally, I do want to mention one other thing in terms of SBCs. With this leak of Olise, FIFA Trading Romania teased new transfer SBCs. We've already started to see a few cards like that Cucurella Real Madrid and a couple of others who have been released with either, you know, clubs that have kind of gotten them back from the loan spell that they were on. Like there's a Spurs Vuskovic, even though he signed with Brighton, I believe it was. He still has a Spurs card because he came back from loan. So there could be some more transfers in that regard. Like imagine a Manchester United Rashford. That'd be something that could happen. Or of course, you could actually have a legit transferred player with a new club as a signing in an SBC soon. So that's something to kind of watch out for. I don't know if they are all going to be Summer Stars if they're transfers, or if we'll start having some of those, like, you know, moments SBCs in the summer like they do at this stage of the year, because the transfer window is open. So that's one thing I wanted to mention about SBCs. Now, last thing for today's content, go into the tournaments and the live events mode today, guys, and check this out because it's about to get confusing in here. There are two identical but different modes that are dropping in this game today. First of all, under the tournaments tab, we have the Festival Football Ultimate Festival Tournament. It is a 4-round tournament, classic match. Join in with 2 Festival of Football player items and an exclusive reward. So any of the promo cards that have been released from today back 5 weeks to the start of Festival of Football, 2 of those in your team, you're getting in. It looks like it has 20 entries and it's a 4-round tournament. So I don't know if that's 20 entries a day. I doubt it. I bet that's 20 entries total. We'll see. It doesn't say anything about daily refreshing in here, but that is a tournament, so it's going to be probably a bit more competitive. We'll have to see what rewards that are going to be coming out from that. There are no rewards right now that are showing for that one. The other event that is coming out today is the Festival Football Ultimate Festival event. So there's a tournament and there's a event. The event is obviously under the live events mode, and it is, as you can see here, a 1-to-3 game mode. Short matches as well. Join in with 2 Festival Football items, qualify for the festival tournament, and earn exclusive rewards. So this looks like a way that you can qualify for this tournament, but also at the same time, you can play a 1-to-3 game mode, which whenever we see a 1-to-2 or a 1-to-3, what we automatically think of is it's a great place to farm evolutions because you score 3 goals and the game is over. That's hopefully where I will be, getting this Joe Scally boosted up to 95 rated through the Phenom Rising Evo that is in objectives. That's a pretty nice looking card if I do say so myself. So those are the 2 new modes that are coming out today. It's going to get confusing because there's a live event and there's a tournament mode, and we're going to have to be very careful to signify the difference between each of those 2. Objective wise today, I know in the past couple of weeks we had crazy objectives drops on Fridays. We don't really have that today. Probably we'll get a little bit of something in here. Of course, all the rewards for the live event and the tournament that we just talked about. The Estival dropped yesterday. The Leonard Carl is not out until this next Thursday. So objectives probably won't be as busy, but I'm sure there will be a few more tokens that we can get today. Now, let's end it off after we've covered everything that's probably going to be happening today. Let's end it off by talking about the market because there's a lot of cards that are down at the moment. Some cards could go up, though. I'm looking at some of the players that are in this promo team today. Like, I picked up an Erling Haaland Star Performers real quick for a flip, and the same thing with the De Jong, because I expect the market to drop today, but the market's probably not going to drop crazy or drop a whole bunch until we actually get to the content drop. And like this guy, De Jong, goes between 1.4 and 1.6 like every single day. So I'm like, yep, let me scoop one for 1.39. I think I paid. I can sell that for 1.5, I believe. Or this Erling Haaland Star Performer that I picked up, he was selling yesterday at 1.4 million. I picked him up at 1.22. And what we saw last week when some of these new cards came out is that players who had special cards already on the market, after they got new ones, the new ones came out and they were super duper expensive, and these cards kind of bounced back up and they exploded. That's maybe the best way to say it. There were some really big price rises on some of these cards last week because the new ones that came out weren't that good. That could happen today for Haaland. That could happen for Salah. That could happen for Harry Kane. For some of these guys that have multiple Festival Football cards, that is a real possibility for today. It all does come down to the pack weight, and we'll have to be watching that very closely. If the pack weight is very good for the Summer Stars team, and most of the cards are 5/5, the stats are crazy, it's got the connection to the World Cup, then sure, some of these cards could be dropping. But and I think overall there will be some market drops today, but I also think there will be some opportunities to trade. I mean, man, look at that Salah, 1.1 mil. His price over the past couple of days. He was 1.3 on Tuesday. He gets leaked to be in the promo team. Drops all the way down to $1 million yesterday's lowest point, and is now back up in the 1.1 to 1.2s. But you guys know we have said it a lot over the past couple of days. This is the time of the year where prices just drop. Sure, these Glory Hunters they're probably the most interesting cards of the game right now because they're still customizable and you can take them to 4 playstyle pluses. So these cards still have some hype and you absolutely can trade with them. Like, still trade with these cards. They have a lot of hype and there's a lot of people that are still buying them. But overall, what you're going to see, I mean, man, look at this Messi, 2.5 mil for Messi. He was over 3. He went out of packs and was up at 3.5 million coins. Now we're down to 2.3 mil as people are expecting new cards. This Neymar even was all the talk of the town a couple weeks back. Well, he's gone from 3.9 mil down to 3 million coins. That's the long-term, even the short-term trajectory that we are on. Player prices will continue to drop because it's the end game. Stuff is going to get even crazier. Next week with footies, there's going to be some market crashes for sure. So just be careful out there. I know that some of you guys bought cards yesterday, like right before the content drop. We were looking at this Jed Spence on stream. He went up 100,000 coins in like a couple of hours. He was 450 and even below that yesterday. Now he's like 580,000 coins since he is out of packs. So there's going to be places to trade on the market today. The best thing that I can tell you is get on bids. The same stuff that I did last Friday, trading with some of those cards that were, Evo cards like that 92 rated Harry Kane. Get on those cards, get on those trades, get on those fluctuations. I know not a lot of people are trading right now because, who needs coins at the moment with how crazy the market is. But if trading is motivating at all to you, get out there and get on some bids, get on some snipes because they're very, very, very easy coins. Focus on these glory hunters because they are super duper easy to trade with. So that's an overview of what we're expecting today on Friday. And of course, how things may go. Come by the stream an hour before content here on YouTube, on Twitch, and on TikTok as well. We'll be covering everything, getting some last minute objectives done to get my tokens. I got to go win one more game with 6 players in the Premier League in my starting 11 to get that Estaval, to get those tokens, to get my 100 for the week, or my 1,000 for the week. And finally, we get to open some of these big packs that we've been saving today. Super excited about that. Going to get a 90 plus times 5. Got some other big packs that I've been saving for a couple of days. I know, saving packs at this time of the year. Yeah. But hey, today, if I pack one of the big promo cards from it, especially a Harry Kane, saving that 88 by 8, that 86 by 10, 87 by 5s, and all that jazz, it'll feel super duper worth it. But come by the stream to see that today. I hope you guys have a great Friday. Hope it's a good day of content, but we're going to figure it out all together today as we enter the final World Cup promo of FC 26. And then next week, it's footies. Love you guys, man. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thank you guys for watching the videos on a daily basis. Just want to throw that in there today. I'm really, really appreciative, of course, of all you guys. And I will see you in the stream today. If you enjoyed this one, drop a thumbs up on it. Comment down below if you have any questions. And subscribe if you're new. It's been TheFutAccountant, and I'll see you in the stream today. Peace out.